Welcome to this week's edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game. This week's Play of the Game is brought to you by the Strath Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Strathmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods, published since 1893. It was a beautiful blue sky, warm weather day for the Saturday afternoon matchup between the Strath Haven Panthers and the Lower Merion Bulldogs. The Bulldogs had a nice first drive, including this great run by number 3 Andrew Payne for 15 yards. But on 4th and 19, the Haven D steps it up a notch as quarterback number 10, Nick DeLuca, can't find anyone open, and number 34, Vince Hales, breaks through and drops DeLuca for a 12-yard loss, ending the drive. 4 plays later, number 5, James Fisher, goes wide right, breaks a tackle, and runs 20 yards into the end zone for 6 points. Panthers lead 7-0. The Panther D was giving Lower Merion fits as number 56, Nick Faribaugh, slides off his block and buries DeLuca for an 8-yard loss, forcing the punt. On Haven's next play from scrimmage, quarterback number 3, Caden Schuster, goes to the air, finding number 8, Ben Milligan, for this great catch and run for 16 yards. 2 plays later, number 32, Shane Green, gets the call and behind great line blocking, goes up the gut, untouched for 40 yards and the touchdown. Panthers up 14-0. But the Bulldogs have no quit as DeLuca finds number 2, Jace Rothberg, as he climbs the ladder for this catch for 17 yards, but the drive stalls at the 39, which brings us to tonight's Play the Game.
2nd down and 8 upcoming. Look, this Lower Merion defense, allows 45 points per game. They've had their struggles, but trying to slow down Strath Haven right here. They'll give it to Green one more time. He has room and a burst. Has a blocker up front. Riley running alongside, but Green pulling away. The speed will show, and 90 yards later, no flags. Shane Green's in the end zone again. Wow.
Haven's pulling away 21-0. In the middle of the second quarter, Haven launches a 7-play drive, which finishes with this Fisher 19-yard run-off tackle for 6 points. Haven leading 28-0. The Haven secondary did a great job giving time to the D-line to collapse the pocket, and DeLuca has nowhere to go as number 89, Alexi Gustafson, makes the kill for the sack and 9-yard loss. With a little over a minute left in the first half, Schuster finds a wide-open Fisher for this 36-yard pass and run for 6 more points. We go to a running clock as Haven leads 35-0. Haven starts substituting personnel in the second half and launches a 7-play drive that finishes with number 11, Bill Doherty, cutting left and right, breaking a tackle and going 44 yards for the score. Haven is closing the door 42-0. On Haven's next possession, number 24, Nathan Lynn, does his best Fisher imitation as he runs wide right and goes 58 yards down to the Bulldogs' 17. Two plays later, at number 35, Ryan Mudrick goes up the middle, bounces left, and finds an open field for this 12-yard touchdown. Haven leads 49-0. But Lower Merion never quits, and DeLuca wants points and scrambles right, then gets trapped but finds a way out and scrambles left and thinks about running, but finds number 14, Chris Cook, who makes the catch and falls into the end zone for 6 points. The extra point fails, but Lower Merion is on the board, 49-6. But Haven isn't quite done yet as Lynn pulls another right sweep run for 30 yards down to the 3. 2 plays later, Lynn finishes the drive with his 1-yard scamper into the end zone. Haven takes the win, 55-6, clinching at least a share of the Central League title. Caden Schuster was 3 for 4 in passing for 56 yards and 1 touchdown. Shane Green just missed a 200-yard game with 197 yards on only 9 rushes and 2 touchdowns. He also had 2 tackles on defense and 1 tackle for a loss. And Nick Faribaugh led the defense with 7 tackles, 3 unassisted, and 2 tackles for a loss and 2 sacks. Next week, the 8-1 Springfield Cougars coming to George L. King Field to try for a share of the Central League title. Tune in again next week for a new edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game.